Alright guys, I'm back. I'm going to do my best to make it through this. I got my little baby girl sleeping in the room with me, and if she gets going, I got to get going. So let me do things I should start checking more instead of always like going live and then doing all my checks and shit after. She did that first, but that ain't me. Alright guys, let's continue reading The Astonishing X-Men, or more of the Age of Apocalypse. And today's book takes us back to the Astonishing X-Men. Last we've seen them, we've seen Sabretooth throw down with Holocaust. And essentially, Sabretooth won the fight with Holocaust, but Holocaust regenerated and Sabretooth destroyed himself, so in the long run he lost. But he sent Wildchild with the information off, and they're on pursuit, because Wildchild knows like a bunch of like Apocalypse's plans and shit. Sorry guys, I gotta fix something on my feet real quick. That's gonna bug me. Alright. Here we are. Sorry, I was like, I didn't realize that happened too. Okay. Let's get back to this. Let me not sidetrack. The Astonishing X-Men, after Xavier, the Age of Apocalypse. Stanley presents an adventure of the Astonishing X-Men. There was a time before the X-Men, before he was named Wildchild, when his only concern, his only joy was finding a warm patch of grass upon a Canadian prairie. Things have changed in excess. Scott Lobdell and Jeff Lowe. Another inch and a half and the blast would have severed his spinal column. As it is, he can feel that heat cauterize the hole burned through his right lung. Consider yourself fortunate. Pray that Holocaust wants you alive, X-Man, or the chase would have ended with your death. Ever the defiant upstart, eh, Wildchild? Don't bother getting up. You and the rest of the genetic turncoats who have turned away from the embrace of his High Lord Apocalypse have earned a final respite from this struggle you cannot hope to survive. You are now bidden to die at the feet of Holocaust. Prelate, sir, you dispatched us from Indianapolis. How did you beat us here to Chicago? Don't dare question me, you soulless genetic construct. I find it irritating. What to do now? What to do? I suppose I could kill him slowly, or make him a gift to Apocalypse. Very good ideas. Shh, I'm thinking. Wait a minute, I've got it. We can put on a show. A show? Sure, a show. It'll be loads of fun. Uncle Joe has some costumes, and we can use the old barn for a stage. Of course, all star, but that goes without saying, Before they can react, the Infinites feel the heat of a raging sun behind them, and they turn to see that a bad situation has just gotten worse. Surrender now, unconditionally, or face the consequences. Another X-Man, Sunfire. We've been set up. Blast the traitor out of the sky. Thank you. As his atomic flames reduce them to cinders, he finds he feels nothing for them. For any compassion Sunfire had died long ago at the hands of the madman Apocalypse. Holocaust. How fares Wildchild? Oh, he's hunky-dory. But, do you ask about more? No? You just go ahead and kill my audience? Even before I get to do my big dance number? Morph. Why do I even bother speaking to you? We saw the lights, Shiro. What happened? Wildchild. But if you're here, where's Sabretooth? At the mansion. At the mention of his master's name, Wildchild grows agitated, ignoring the severity of his wounds. I think he's trying to tell us something. It's about Mr. Creed, Rogue. What are we going to do? Mr. Creed might be in danger. I don't know. Victor is the only one who he barely communicates with. Wildchild, don't know. Since she was a child, Rogue had been both blessed and cursed with a mutant power. The slightest physical contact with another floods her mind with not only their memories, Holocaust, but sometimes a piece of them as well. I know where Victor is. Rogue, I'm all right. It was worth it, because the 5 of us are now gonna shut down Holocaust once and for all. And after that, we're gonna get you a yummy treat. Where the, you still alive? Good. I love the supreme pleasure of killing you again. Go to Hades. I think not. You, on the other hand, might consider yourself already there. Welcome to my little corner of the world, Creed. Welcome to the heart of Apocalypse's empire. The humans once believed that only their good could make a rose. My lord, on the other hand, can improve on it. You're looking at the future, X-Man. From this processing plant, we will make armies of millions, of a million infinites that will trample the world. Always knew you were a loser, even back when you was Nemesis, jockeying for position as a horseman. Loser, I think the beating that I gave you so addled your brain that you have us confused. The genetic war is about to be torn asunder, and Apocalypse will reign supreme. Oh, really? Way I see it, you just shot to spit. You little genetic superior, your little genetic superiority game. Since the only way you can win is by stacking the deck with a lot of homemade soldiers. Perhaps some of us have greater ambitions beyond the survival of the fittest. Pity, you won't be alive to see how it all turns out. Vic, what are you doing? let let go of me. This whole flippin' place is gonna burn. We've done all we can. Now let's go. Let's book. I told you, Logan. I'm picking up a cent, and I ain't leaving somebody here to die, even if I gotta say, got anything. If I got anything to say about it, then get out of the way, or we'll be here all night. I'll be dipped. There was somebody in there. A kid, Logan. Somebody's kid. That was the first memory I have of Mr. Creed. We all know how important Victor is to you, Blink. How important he is to all of us. I promise you, we'll find him. Psst. Hey, Shiro. You got any idea where we're headed? In the distance, much further than you or the others could see, there is the structure we seek. Are you sure, laddie buck? I can see a thing. I cannot see a thing. Enough. I'm sick of your stupid jokes, your inane impressions. Haven't you have a shred of dignity? Gee, guess you really told me. But I'm all better now. Look, sonny boy, if I'm gonna die, I want to do it with a smile on my face. Is there anything wrong with that? I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Of course, okay, just the girl mutant sing now. Formerly the Xavier Estate, currently the vessel of an impossible dream. You can do it, Bishop. You look me in the eyes and pull the trigger. When the time comes, will you be able to take one human life? Yes, if it means going back in time, ensuring that Charles Xavier lives, if it means correcting this dark world which never could have happened, but it has happened. The young man I knew as Legion, the son you claim Xavier sired in the future, killed Charles, who was trying to save my life. If it is even possible to send you into the past, it is likely you will have to kill Legion. Again, can you do it? Yes. No, killing goes against so much of what we're fighting for. In your reality, you may have afforded yourselves that luxury. This reality is the death throes of a genetic war, a war which no one can win. And to that, Victor, what, Eric? And to the victor, what, Eric? A world where even the good and innocent may be forfeit? Long before Xavier died, before this point of divergence, I stood helplessly as millions of my people were led to slaughter in the name of genetic purity. I am not a fool, Bishop. In any world, there will be pain and suffering. Your world offers my son the possibility of one thing. Your world offers my son the possibility of one thing my world cannot: a future. Won't security perimeter breach? Security perimeter breach. Initiating DEFCON Armageddon. Daddy, Omnimus coil construct. Constructing an impenetrable cocoon. Eric, Nanny is following its prime directive to protect my son from the external threats. DEFCON Armageddon only can mean one thing: apocalypse is coming. Somewhere inside the infinite processing plant, a commander surveys his troops. As far as the eye can see, the untold numbers of infinite clones perform a precision death march. Perfect. If you want something done correctly, you have to do it yourself. With this infinite army at my disposal, I can cut a swath of death and destruction across the globe, the likes of which Apocalypse has never dreamed. The survival of the fittest indeed. There are none who are fit to survive in the landscape I will create. Elsewhere in the plant, an outside river runs through the coolant system. Verb, verb, attention all units. We've got an intruder on scan. And it's a big one. Wow. How did a whale get here? Actually, I just swam in from Poughkeepsie, and boy are my fins tired. Surprise! See what happens if you don't floss. Hit 'em hard, X-Men. And I don't want y'all to do as much and I want y'all to do as much damage as you can. Gotta seal off this area before all units, we need. I've got a crush on you, cutie pie. Not bad, people. Been here almost 3 minutes and we're still alive. Now all we gotta do is figure out how to take this place apart brick by brick. Hey, I resemble that remark. Victor? Blink, blink. Where the devils has the child run off to? Just a guess, but she went that way. Mr. Creed. To be concluded. Where have all the heroes gone? The answer's in X universe and stuff. But I hear my little girl waking up. We were able to conclude this, so I'm gonna bounce. Thank you guys for letting me read more X-Men. I love you guys all. Peace, and catch you next time.